Brad, you've had success against this Oilers team this year. How much of what you did well there will you try to bring forward here this
We
afternoon?
played them once.
I know, but you beat them.
We didn't play them 6 times. Yes, we beat them. It was a tight game.
Right.
It was a tight game. No, they're a dangerous team. You know, we're just doing our scouting report and then looking back at old games. They've got a lot of danger. Obviously, the two big guys there, they do a lot of damage. Their power play is lethal. They're a good 5-on-5 team. They defend. So there's a handful there. And, you know, we're going to have our hands full here again tonight.
In your scouting, in your pre-scout, do you look at that game and say,
Yeah,
okay, this worked,
sure.
and try to bring that forward?
Absolutely. Yeah, we look at that game and others. Yeah, absolutely. No secrets, no.
Would you say, when you look back at it, maybe even go back to the Calgary game before that Edmonton game, that's sort of kind of where you guys started to formulate a little bit of an identity that you have now?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, again, we keep going, rehashing what we've gone through this year. It's hard to get your identity when you're missing still 6, 8, 9 guys, right? So you're trying to forge that, you know. But yeah, you can go to those 2 games, and I thought we battled hard, and the next 2 we weren't very good at all. You go Vancouver and Seattle. So again, it's inconsistency. But you know, we've talked. So how long have we talked about just reasons why and players in and out? So that's where we've been a lot of this year.
Goalie today?
Corpy.
Is Cole Sillinger going to be in the lineup?
Pedersen's out, yeah.
I know a guy like Goodbranson's come in and played a lot of minutes, probably more than the original plan was. But obviously, with as young as you've been back there, you know, he's made a nice pairing with a guy like Bernie. Just how key his veteran presence been for you in the season, where you can kind of turn to him in some key situations?
Yeah, those two have played a lot of hockey together. And Burns came in and he's given us really good minutes. You know, he's kind of been up and down lately, but I just think the busyness of the schedule, it's hitting him too, like a lot of these other young guys. It's new to them. So, but he's done a great job with Bernie. I think they've had some chemistry. He's, you know, he wasn't expected to play the minutes he is, but that's where we're at, right? So we've there's been a lot of guys kind of in that situation. I think he's done a great job for us.
Brad, early the start of the season for your team, is there anything that you guys have to do different to be ready for such the early start?
I hope they woke up. Yeah, right. That's it. Like I said, I love these games. I'm up early, so I don't know about them, but it's it's a different time for us. I don't know how many they do in the West Coast like this, but this is new for us.
And you said Gavrikov out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Opportunity for the other guys to step in for him, like Peeke and Blankenburg, starting to play some real workhorse minutes for your team. How have they handled that assignment for you?
Doing better. I think both their games have improved. Blanks, you know, he missed a big chunk of time. You know, he broke his leg there, so he was out 2 months, and then he had 2 or 3 practices with the team, and then he was right back in. So no matter what, it takes time to get your rhythm back, and now he's taken on bigger minutes here as he's been going along, and he's looking more like himself. You know, we know he's an undersized guy, but he's very tenacious. He's got great poise with the puck. When he's on his game, he can skate out of trouble. And I think Peeker's game's got better. You know, I always know he's got the intangibles. I know he's going to block shots. He's going to do all that. But I think his play with the puck's been better. Those two have done a good job together. And Blanks has had to play on the left, which has been a challenge for him, but he's done well.
Going to go back in time again. Ken Johnson had the game winner in that game. He doesn't seem to back down or shy away from playing some of the best players in the world. What has that done to help him develop, or maybe what kind of swagger do you see out of him in games like this, where he doesn't seem to be fazed by who he's playing against?
Yeah, I think he hides it well, like a lot of some of these young guys. But I think he believes in himself. He's a confident kid, and I think he walks the line the proper way. He's not arrogant or cocky. But he trusts his game. You know, I didn't like him as much last game. You know, I'm hoping he's gonna be better tonight, and that happens a lot with these young guys. So, but I don't think he gets rattled or gets down on himself. I think one thing, if you watch him with KJ, he's out there putting the work in before practice, after practice. He's not shy to do that. So you love to see that, and you don't have to push him into it. He's like a lot like Marchie. Marchie's out there all the time trying to find ways to get better and challenge himself. So I'm not surprised that he's had a good solid season here, and we're getting into the harder games because who we're playing. Our schedule has been a beast here this last few weeks, but the timing and the amount of games now that he's played, this is new for him and these guys. So it's great for them to get this experience.